As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off the bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and we'll get started.
I'm kind of nervous. It's at Texas. I'm nervous.
For the fair catch. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense
Don't matter. It's holding.
You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Shoots it to the left. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates work towards them.
And he breaks into the open.
That's such horseshit.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll run the counter. Able to get one down to the 15. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time
time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. With the catch, it's Presley. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but
this game.
Great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse.
Last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
To the air, it's Gage. Wide open downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early enough.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Dances away to buy time. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt.
And he's on right down the middle.
Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Just fucking don't block
He's
him.
knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Roberts. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick.
He just bounces. Such bullshit, man. Why do receivers bouncing the fucking linebackers? No fucking pass interference.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is a makeable field goal distance.
Bro.
Got some room, headed to the
My
goal
fucking
line.
God.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Comes out throwing on first down. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
To the air, it's Roberts. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that...
God damn it, man. Oh, my fucking God.
The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't
I'm
drop
about to
it,
fucking
don't drop
rage
it.
quit.
Don't get
You
caught,
can give me
don't
a
get
forced
caught.
loss.
And he didn't. The pick 6.
God damn it,
These
dude.
guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ellington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down.
Oh, it's
And that
fucking
one's too
killing me.
high, out of bounds, incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing the center.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking downfield, it's Gage. He's got the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Longhorns will punt this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready this Bulldog offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3 balls at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Roberts. He looks that one in nicely. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him in the area.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making it work. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not
God
open,
damn it, dude.
This thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic.
God, fuck you.
Ready, and they force the 4th and goal.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right.
That's a, come on, give it
and
to
they
me.
didn't pick up
Oh,
any
come
extra
on.
room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Here's the handoff. Had
That's
nowhere
a
to
safety.
go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Running it back, it's Presley.
The return is brought down at the 33, and the Georgia offense will take over.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job of finishing.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Oh, come on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Back to pass, it's Roberts. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from serious.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incomplete, looking for the end zone.
God, you gotta catch the fucking ball!
Had a touchdown and just didn't.
You sorry sack of shit.
It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38.
And then we fucking missed them. My fucking God.
Field goal, and the deficit is still 15. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Scanning the field, it's Gage. Finds a spot in the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes if you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Buys a little extra time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This is a 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Presley. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to get behind the defense.
Fucking
and that
fuck.
is interception number 3 on the day.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already.
Oh, I fucking hate this stupid fucking goddamn game, man.
Hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
That's caught. It's Walters. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Gage. Firing to the right, complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that and you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's a draw. Makes one man miss. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 6th play of the drive coming up. He's going to pass on second down. He makes the connection. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Gets it out fast.
This fucking game.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Fucking bullshit
Let's
ass
go to the studio
thing.
now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is currently... But I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Ball State. Any big developments
fucking
in this
hold
one,
me.
we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Gain of 1. It's 3rd down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Setting up the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field.
Cody, I swear you're lucky I like this league.
Assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make
I'm
this
never gonna
defense
say
think
person
you
rage
back
quitting
on
this
their
game.
heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you
Fuck
might be
to
able to
take
slip
this
a few
stupid
runs in on
fucking
this
game.
drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea.
No,
but
it's
I
just
also like
I
the
don't.
fact that
I
speed
can't win
kills.
for
They've got
shit
it at
this
the
today.
receiver
And I'm,
position, so if you've got
like I
one-on-one
said,
matchups,
Cody's
man,
lucky
take
I like this
advantage.
league. So I've never wanted to rage quit so fucking bad in my
Now the
life.
defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to pass. It's Gage. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away.
Receivers
He'll
dropping
try to
passes.
really get into
He
this
fucking
one.
blocked for the run.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he
People
goes down.
can't stop a fucking venereal disease.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog
I said you're
offense.
lucky I like this
That last
league.
drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing
Trying to do to you and attack them.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
He's right on target. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop.
I did switch to him. Look who's at quarterback.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Presley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's.
So I'm trying not to rage too much,
Works his way to the 4-yard
and my
line, and
daughter
they'll
gets
have it
scared of
first
me.
and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Number 24 with the carry.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Georgia, Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ellington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is.
That's how mine is sometimes. Hate it.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good
Of course they
situations.
catch it.
I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
I think I might actually go ahead and switch to him.
He'll try the left side. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose?
I don't think I will be able to do that.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Why would I think they'd run the football here at the end of the game? Of course they're going to keep fucking throwing the football all over the place.
Use the play fake, now to throw.
And my guys can't cover for shit today. Can't fucking do a goddamn thing.
Catch and run on that one. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal.
Bro,
Touchdown Longhorns! And they
this
add
team's...
6 more to the board.
This is why I don't like the 3-4. It sucks.
They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are
My
going to
defense
make it
has
2
sucked
wins in a row.
today.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Presley. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know,
I'm going back to the 4-3. 3-4 just not for me.
Stuff happening in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got out of trouble.
Fucking holding.
That's caught.
It's like the 5th one today.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out. They'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Is that another holding call?
And they make the tackle, but the official
Jesus Christ.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going over the top. Oh, and he gets down for the big catch. Oh, they knock it free. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? And they'll get him down. Solid return. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Dogs
I don't know what you just said, Cody. It just said, remember your tackles being TE.
The aerial assault continues. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Extending the play. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch.
Get in, Marshall.
Rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Grace. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Ellington. And the returner will be brought down.
All right. Surely they'll run the ball. And I think I have to agree with you.
That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers,
yeah,
make quick decisions, and really put
I'm going back to the 4-3.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Exactly. Ever since I switched to the 3-4, this whole defense has just fallen apart.
2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. One step back, 2 steps.
What the fuck just happened to my TV? Okay.
Junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the game.
This game hates me today. This game hates me today.
Gives the offense a free 5 yards. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10.
Come on, just get this game over with, Texas. Jesus Christ.
They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the
Wow, my
run.
calling
Defense
timeout there. I
uses a
don't know.
timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment.
Ooh, blocking, not tackling.
Also a flag on the field. Let's see what the
non-existent.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up.
Maybe this is what I need to do.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. From the gun, the running back has him.
Okay.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard.
Maybe I was doing things wrong with the defense.
The defense stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away.
I think I am.
Getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to throw.
I'm hitting the button. I throw it away. What are you doing?
He tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Vince gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
See, this game hates me. I said spike the ball, and he does a fake spike.
The defense stands tall and makes the stop. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really come? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing.
I want to fucking punch a fucking...
Statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate.
I don't even know. Yeah, look at that trash ass right there. I'm gonna go practice.